Okay, good evening. We're going to call the Borough Council meeting of May 12th, 2025 to order. We're going to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and observe a moment of silence. Thank you. Mr. Sabosley, if you'd take roll call, please.
Yes, we're going to start with our junior council people. It's their last meeting with us tonight. Adam Smith.
Here.
Mercy Newell.
Here.
Councilman Dern.
Here.
Councilman Majernik. Here. Councilman Purcell.
Here.
Councilwoman Rossler is not here tonight. Councilman Schlock is not here tonight. Councilman Seitz.
Here.
Councilman Taylor.
Here.
Mayor Schlegel.
Here.
We do have a quorum.
Thank you. I need a motion to approve the treasurer's report for the month of April.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion on the floor by Mr. Majernik. Do I have a second? I'll second that. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries. I need a motion to approve the expenses for the month of April.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion on the floor presented by Mr. Taylor. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Purcell. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Need a motion to approve the minutes of the April council meeting.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion on the floor by Mr. Seitz. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Taylor. Any discussion? All those in favor? Motion carries. Moves us to recognition of achievements in the community.
I have several.
Put your microphone on.
I have several here tonight, and some of them are sitting right in the first row. This is a proclamation for the fourth grade boys. You're not fourth grade boys, are you? Okay. Well, then I'm going to give this to you then, Mike, and you can pass it out to them. Do we have the fourth grade girls? There they are. Okay. Come on, ladies, up front. Stand there and face back so the camera can see how pretty you guys are. This is a proclamation honoring the Plum Boro Basketball Association. Whereas Plum Council and I are proud to recognize the achievements of citizens of our community, especially our youth. And whereas the PBBA held their inaugural basketball tournament and had 57 teams from Pennsylvania participate in the largest 4th through 6th grade tournament in Allegheny County. And whereas the Plum 4th grade girls were the gold runner-up in their division and qualified for the Pennsylvania State Tournament. The PBBA 4th grade girls team, coached by Steve Serrata, Adam Zarmak, and Mike Devine, who not only taught basketball basics, also took the time and made the effort to promote physical fitness, mental resilience, and the values of perseverance and good sportsmanship, to instill sound principles that will help these young ladies achieve success in life. And whereas youth basketball leagues, coaches, and volunteers dedicate countless hours to mentoring and supporting aspiring players, as well as the team parents, who through their unwavering support and giving of their time were integral in guiding the team to victory in the tournament and throughout life. And whereas we also want to recognize the Plum Air Force Junior ROTC, the boys and girls varsity teams who helped to make the tournament a huge success. And now therefore I, Harry R. Schlegel, Mayor, and the members of Plum Boro Council, do hereby recognize and heartily congratulate the 2025 4th grade girls basketball team on their outstanding accomplishment. In witness thereof, I, Harry R. Schlegel, have unto set my hand on this 12th day of May, 2025. Girls, good job. Here, one of you want to give this to your coach? No, they're going to run out of here and put a coat on so they're not cold. Do we have any of the other teams here? Okay. Then I've got this. These for you, but I'll recognize them. I won't read the whole thing. This is the Plum Basketball Association 6th grade boys team. They were the gold runner-up in their division, and again, also qualified for the Pennsylvania tournament. And this is the 3rd grade boys division, who were the silver champions in that same tournament. And again, they've qualified for the Pennsylvania State Tournament. And the 4th grade boys, the same thing. So congratulations. If you would give these, Mike, to the appropriate people in those teams. Would you give that to? Thank you, guys. You can sit down. You guys want to put a sweater on or something? I mean, you look like you're freezing out there. Thank you, Mayor. Or Mayor, Jesus, that's me. Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay, that's all you have, huh?
Yeah.
You're gonna do the other
They
two?
didn't show up, so
Well,
we gonna do the other one?
the other two, you're gonna do it on President's comments, or you're gonna do it now?
I'll do it on the President's call.
Thank you. Okay, civic announcements.
Hi, everyone. Pam Kalfa with the Plum Library. I just want to tell everyone that our summer reading program gets started on Monday, June 2nd at the library. So right now, we do have a few things going on, but in June, registration begins for summer reading. We have so many great programs this summer planned. We'll have the zoo out, we'll have the Natural History Museum, we have a magician at our kickoff party on Wednesday, June 4th. So be on the lookout for all of our things summer reading. And it was another busy month at the library. This month we had 72 new people sign up for library cards at Plum Library. So it's never too late to get a library card. Feel free to stop by and see us, or you can do it online. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, President's comments. I'm gonna yield the floor to DJ.
Okay, we talked about it briefly at last week's agenda meeting, but we did a 2025 MS4 coloring contest. This is related to the MS4 program under DEP supervision, which is the Municipal Separate Storm Sewer System program. One of the criteria that is what they call MCMs, or minimum control measures. There's a total of 6. And the first 2 are public education and outreach, as well as public participation and involvement. So this coloring contest actually qualifies as those 2 requirements in and of itself. We had over 100 applicants come in, and we've had that broken into 4 age groups. And we have the winners, I believe, all 4 of them here tonight. So I'd like to invite them up here. So when I call your guys' names, if you guys want to come up like the girls were, by the center podium here. So 2nd grader Lucy R, 4th grader Ryan L, 6th grader Marina K, and 8th grader Jocelyn K. And so that everybody understands, each one of these winners that was selected was eligible for a $50 prize. So yeah, you guys will all get a $50 Visa gift card.
I will say, while he's coming down there, that staff enjoyed looking through the different drawings and judging them, so appreciate your, yeah.
Ryan? Rayanne? Congratulations. Marina? There you go. And Jocelyn, last but not least. Congratulations, ladies.
Can you guys hold on for 1 second? Paul, can you guys hold on for 1 second? We're gonna get a picture.
Sure. Make me look good, ladies.
And then for anybody that's interested, obviously, they're displayed in the lobby, but there's also some other certificates and different, like, kinds of notes and things from DEP if you're interested in any more information on the MS4 program.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
would you like to chime in here?
Yes. I've got two proclamations here, recognitions of accomplishment. One is to be presented to Mercy Newell. Mercy, you get to go down there and stand there. Adam, you have to go along with it because you're next. Whereas, the governing body of Plum Boro, Pennsylvania recognizes the outstanding dedication and commitment of our young citizens who actively engaged in local government and community service by becoming a junior council person. Mercy has taken a step to strengthen Plum Boro and become a leader for future generations of public service-minded individuals. And whereas, this exemplary young woman, Mercy Newell, has served as a junior council person for Plum Boro Council from 2024 to 2025, displaying remarkable enthusiasm, leadership, and civic responsibility. And whereas her participation hopefully has inspired other young people in our borough to get involved in public service, and her commitment to fostering positive change has left a lasting impact on Plum Boro. And whereas her involvement as a junior council person has enhanced the communication between youth and government, ensuring that the voices of young citizens are heard and valued in the decision-making processes that shape our future. And now therefore be it resolved that the Plum Boro Council, by the authority vested in it, hereby formally recognizes and commends Mercy Newell for her outstanding service to the borough as a junior council person, and expresses its deepest gratitude for her commitment and contributions to our community. We congratulate Mercy on her achievements and wish her continued success in her future endeavors. In witness whereof, we have unto set our hands and caused the seal of Plum Boro to be affixed this 12th day of 2025. And it is signed by myself, Mayor, and by Paul Dern, Council President. Mercy. This is a recognition of the accomplishments presented to Adam Smith. Whereas the governing body of Plum Boro, Pennsylvania recognizes the outstanding dedication and commitment of young citizens who actively engage in local government and community service by becoming a junior council person. He has taken a step to strengthen Plum Boro and become a leader for future generations of public service-minded individuals. Whereas this exemplary young man, Adam Smith, has served as a junior council person for the Plum Boro Council from 2024 to 2025, displaying remarkable enthusiasm, leadership, and civic responsibility. And whereas his participation hopefully has inspired other young people in our borough to get involved in public service, and his commitment to fostering positive change has left a lasting impact on Plum Boro. Whereas his involvement as a junior council person has enhanced the communication between youth and government, and his commitment to fostering positive change has left a lasting impact on Plum Boro. Whereas his participation hopefully has inspired other young people in our borough to get involved in public service, and his commitment. I just read that. Okay. Whereas his involvement as a junior council person has enhanced the communication between youth and government, ensuring that the voices of young citizens are heard and valued in the decision-making process that shapes our future. And now for there be it resolved that the Plum Boro Council, by the authority vested in it, hereby formally recognizes and commends Adam Smith for his outstanding service to the borough as a junior councilperson and expresses its deepest gratitude for his commitment and contributions to our community. We congratulate Adam on his achievements and wish him continued success in his future endeavors as an Air Officer of the United States Air Force. Adam is going to the Air Force Academy. Mercy is off to New York City. What is your major going to be? Criminal Justice, NYU?
Pace University.
Sorry, I get it all messed up. But these two young people have come here for every meeting, and took us a while to get them to contribute, but they have started asking questions. Thank you both. Adam? Thank you, Mercy. Thank you. Hold on. And you don't have to stay for the whole meeting, girls. You don't have to stay.
Thank you all. Okay, we're going to move on to citizens' comments on any agenda item. Would anyone wish to speak?
Nobody signed up.
No one signed up, but you still have an opportunity, going once, going twice. Okay. Moves us to council actions. Mr. Majernik, Planning and Economic Development.
Thank you, Mr. President. On behalf of the Planning and Economic Development Committee, I move to adopt Resolution 1033-25, appointing the Implementable Comprehensive Plan Steering Committee.
I have a motion on the floor presented by Mr. Majernik. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Taylor. Any discussion, questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
On behalf of the Planning and Economic Development Committee, I move to adopt Resolution 1034-25, approving the Geo Solutions Consolidation Plan at 1458 Greensburg Road, block and lot number 1095-R-109 and 1095-J-86, contingent upon the applicant complying with the conditions listed in the KU Resources letter dated April 24th, 2025.
Motion on the floor presented by Mr. Majernik. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Purcell. Any discussion, questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
On behalf of the Planning and Economic Development Committee, I move to approve the request from Olympus Energy to assign their existing agreements with Plum Boro to EQT Artemis Production LLC, contingent upon the receipt of a letter from EQT accepting the conditions set forth in the agreements.
Motion on the floor presented by Mr. Majernik. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Seitz. Any discussion or questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, sir. Mr. Seitz on Personnel Management.
Thank you, Mr. Dern. On behalf of the Personnel Management Committee, I move to make a conditional offer of employment to Alexander Heller for a skilled laborer position in the Public Works Department effective May 27th, 2025.
I have a motion on the floor presented by Mr. Seitz. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Majernik. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Also, on behalf of the Personnel Management Committee, I move to make a conditional offer of employment to Jay Hott as a part-time custodian.
Motion on the floor presented by Mr. Seitz. Do I have a second? second by Mr. Taylor. Any discussion or questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. That's it? That's it. We have nothing under public safety. That takes us to Mr. Taylor, Parks and Rec.
Thank you, Mr. President. On behalf of the Parks and Recreation Committee, I move to recognize the Plum Boro Basketball Organization as a community group.
I have a motion on the floor presented by Mr. Taylor. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Purcell. Any discussion or questions? All those in favor? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Nothing on finance moves us to Mr. Purcell, Roads, Equipment and Grants.
Thank you, Mr. Dern. On behalf of the Roads, Equipment, and Grounds Committee, I move to grant an easement to the Plum Boro Municipal Authority for a water line on Mike Thomas Way.
A motion on the floor presented by Mr. Purcell. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Taylor. Any discussion? All those in favor? Motion carries.
On behalf of the Roads, Equipment, and Grounds Committee, I move to adopt Resolution 1035-25, authorizing the submission of an application to the Flood Mitigation Program grant for the Center Beach Stormwater Project.
Motion on the floor by Mr. Purcell. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Majernik. Any discussion or questions? All those in favor? Motion carries. That ends council motions, moves us to the mayor's report.
Thank you, Mr. President. On our uniformed patrol officers responded to 1,012 calls for service during the month of April. That's roughly a 2% increase or decrease from the previous month. And again, it's that time of the year, and our ATS radar speed display sign has been deployed at 4540 New Texas Road from March 20th through April 27th. It's a 39-day period. The average speed was 30.85 miles per hour, and this is slightly above the 30 mile an hour limit. Again, we have idiots around here. The highest recorded speed during that was 63 mile per hour on New Texas Road. It's just mind-boggling that somebody can do that with the baseballs down there as it is now. The ATS radar display sign was deployed at 3605 New Texas Road from March 13th through April 27th, a 41-day period. Speed limit is 35, posted as 35. Somebody decided to do 75 mile per hour. There was 102,366 vehicles in that period. This sign was deployed at 4151 Logan's Ferry from March 27th through April 27th. 26,411 vehicles passed that sign. It's a 25 mile per hour speed limit. Somebody had to go double that, go 56 mile per hour. We've got to slow down, and I don't know other ways to do it, but this thing is a warning. One of these days, as I've said in the past, there's going to be a patrol car parked in somebody's driveway, and you're going to get tagged. And our officers participated in a special project with the Girl Scout Troop 31057, who came to our station and for a prearranged tour. They interacted with the troop, our officers interacted with the troop, and at the conclusion of the tour, the girls, as everybody else, Boy Scouts and everyone who comes to the police department, they all had their picture taken behind bars. And we have a couple thoughtful citizens. On April 19th, I've said these names before, Pat and Stan Kazmarski of Cuddywood delivered a personalized card and cupcakes for our officers in appreciation of their continued service to the community. On April 25th and April 28th, Michael Cerniglia of Michael's Painting delivered Oakmont Bakery donuts and bagels to show his appreciation of our officers during the month of April. And on April 28th, Justin Kean of Valor Technical Cleaning delivered a tray of Oakmont Bakery cookies for our officers in appreciation of their continued service to the community. I thank them heartily, and Mr. President, that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Moves us to committee reports. We do not have any information or any future meeting scheduled right now with the intergovernmental committee with the school district. Mr. Seitz, you don't have no report. Moves us to Mr. Schlock with the finance committee.
President. Finance Committee report, general fund highlights for the month of April 2025. The borough recognized revenues totaling $849,363 and incurred expenditures in the amount of $1,353,311. Revenues, to date, we have received $1.39 million under current year earned income tax revenues, and this represents 30% of the adopted budget. Interest earnings for the month of April totaled $17,966. Under sanitation revenues, for the year, we have received $1.81 million, and this amount represents 75% of the budget. Residents were offered a 2% discount if they paid the entire calendar year, with approximately 53% of the households paying in full. Overall, revenues are currently trending as expected. Expenditures. Through the month of April, the borough has expended 30% of the budget, or about $5 million. From a departmental perspective, no budgetary concerns currently exist. The borough's semi-annual bond debt totals $1,085,354 and is due by June 1st. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Schlock. Mr. Purcell, Public Safety. Oh, I'm sorry, do roads and equipment first, I guess.
Thank you, Mr. Dern, I appreciate that. Roads, equipment, and grounds. The traffic signal upgrade at the intersection of Halton Road and Coxcomb Hill has been completed. The upgrades to the traffic signal at Rampart Boulevard are ongoing and should be completed by the end of May. There's at the Barnes Road slide, repair project was tentatively to start today, that should be May 12th. During the length of this repair project, Barnes Road will be closed to all through traffic and only open to the residents of Barnes Road. There will be a detour route sign posted. So we'll have more on that, I believe, in the engineer's report. That will conclude the roads, equipment, and grounds.
Do public safety.
Continue into public safety?
Yes, sir, please.
Jim Sims, Holiday Park Volunteer Fire Department Chief.
And we're moving along so well.
Thanks, Jim. Nice.
Well, I just passed out. That's our annual magazine that we put out. I've been a little delayed getting here to pass it to distribute to them. It's a look back at our 2024 year of the Holiday Park Volunteer Fire Department. We ask you to take a look at it and you learn a little bit more about us. Holiday Park Fire Department, we're still busy. We're busy every day. We're at a pace, we're averaging 3 calls a day. And that's both fire, we do QRS, which is a quick response medical service, and other public services throughout the borough. Some of the things that's going on, this coming Monday, a week from today, we are sponsoring a community CPR class at the Plum Intermediate School. We have room, it's designed for 50 people. We have 5 spots left open into the class. We actually have 45 people enrolled. If anybody's interested in attending CPR, it begins at 6 o'clock, but you do need to pre-register. But we have enough mannequins and staff for 50. We do have 45 residents enrolled in the program. We want to thank the community for their support for our fish fry. We hand-breaded and fried over almost 9,000 pieces of fish and 8 fish fries. We had a very successful year. Our Super Bingo is this Saturday, the 17th. I believe there's some tickets left open. If you're interested, contact the station and ask for Lori. Our summer camp is 2 weeks after the U.S. Open. It's our 7th year. It's June 23rd to the 27th. We are completely full. Once the advertisement went out, we were filled within 3 weeks. We have 32 cadets. What we're really proud of the fact is we haven't raised the price of this program since we started in 2018. Obviously, we missed 20 because of COVID. We're $50 per cadet. And the reason why we have been successful is because of the outpouring of support from the community that have made businesses and whatnot made donations to our department to support the program, UPMC being one of the biggest. So we're proud to bring the program back, 32 cadets again this year, and we're looking forward to a great year. During the power outage, we offered a charging station at our fire station on Wednesday through Friday. Friday was our busiest. Actually, every day was busy, but we were averaging between 85 and 100 residents each day in our building coming in to charge laptops, cell phones, portable home charging units. There was a couple of people came in. There's a lot of business people during the day who needed power, needed their laptop, they needed Wi-Fi, and there was people all over our social hall doing business. We were open to 9 o'clock. One gentleman says, I have to get this proposal out tonight. I have to. We say, hey, stay as long as you need. We're not going to kick you out. You know, it's your job. So we're pleased that worked out very well. A couple safety tips going into this year. One of the big questions asked is, we're getting the summertime, it's getting s'more season, about fire pits in your backyard. Understand this is not a borough regulation. This is an Allegheny County Health Department regulation. Your fire pit can be no bigger than 3 by 3 by 2. That's it. You can't be burning pallets. It has to be clean wood. You can't be having a bonfire that people call. We just had a big bonfire in the backyard. A resident, it was during the power outage, where someone called and they thought the neighbor's house was on fire. That's how large this fire was in the backyard. So you have to understand it's 3 by 3 by 2. You can't have it if it's a air action day. What I mean by that, in the summertime, those warm, muggy days, when they say it's an air quality day, an orange day, you can't be burning in your backyard. And also when there's a high-risk fire day, when droughts occur and things are dry. So it's 3 by 3 by 2. You can check out the Allegheny County Health Department's website and look under the burn regulations. We're also getting the swimming pool season. We ask you to be vigilant about your pools as far as leaving them unattended, especially underground pools, not locking gates. Unfortunately, over my many years here in public safety in Plum Boro, we've had fatal accidents in backyard swimming pools. So we ask you to be vigilant with your swimming pools, and we ask you to be sure by chemical storage, maintain your chemicals properly. Next, Plum Stipend Program. The program's going great. We're fully staffed again for the month of May, and actually I received a phone call from the Pennsylvania State Fire Commissioner's office on Friday. We spoke for about an hour in regards to our program. They're coming out at the end of the month to meet with us, and they want to come to the fire stations. They want to meet some of the stipends, people involved in the stipend program. They're putting a pamphlet together, actually a brochure together on best practices, and they've heard good things about our program. So the Pennsylvania State Fire Commissioner's office is coming to Plum Boro to see what we've done, how we did it, and what we're doing. So that's kind of exciting. Looking back at April, the stipend crew during the daylight hours responded to 26 calls throughout the borough, 5 accidents, a vehicle accident with entrapment, 3 reported gas in the house, 8 residential fire alarms, 2 commercial fire alarms, 2 wires down, 3 working fires, a utility pole fire, and a good intent. And what a good intent call is, we had an individual was out of power and they needed a generator to run their oxygen machine, so the stipend crew was able to go and take care of them and able to assist them. So the program's working. We're pleased with it. We're staffed for May, and it's working out to the point that, like I said, the state commissioner's coming. Paul.
Question for you. So 26 calls they responded to.
Correct.
And the hours they're on duty are from what?
7A to 5P.
So it's from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. when we would not have anybody normally in station.
Correct.
They were able to respond to 26 calls in the borough. That's
Correct.
phenomenal.
Out the door immediately.
Phenomenal.
On the scene quickly.
Great.
Probably one of the best examples, they had a room, we call it a room in content. We had a small bedroom fire at the apartments end of Renton Road. They were out the door. They were on scene immediately, able to hold it to that single bedroom. A lot of smoke and damage in the apartment, but it was because of their quick response that we didn't burn 4 apartments. We only had a bed contained to the 1 bedroom. So it is working. We obviously, the PFCA, the Plum Fire Chiefs Association, we have some concerns with summer coming. You know, or we're going to have some staffing issues come July and August. Do you want to stay at the fire station? We want to go play golf on a nice Thursday morning. But as of right now, our program's full and we have complete staffing through the month of May. So we're really pleased the way it's occurring. Finally, under emergency management, the emergency management team, along with the other emergency services in Plum Boro, we're very active in preparation for the 2025 U.S. Open. We've been meeting since last summer, actually started in August, developing an emergency operation plan. I'm in constant contact with the fire, Chief Conley, Brian Maloney from Plum EMS, so we can provide the best and safest opportunity for people to come and enjoy their time in Plum Boro. Myself and 2 other members from the Community Development Department attended 8 hours of a FEMA course called When Disaster Strikes. And what this program does, it's an instructional program on how to do damage assessments. So if we have a large flooding event, a large wind event, as we had with more structural damage, we can get boots on the ground right away to do damage assessments, get that reported to the county, which will then report to PEMA and FEMA, which helps us for disaster declarations and also assistance for those people who may need help. And finally, the county HMP plan, which we talked about last month, we're into the 2nd phase. Our next forms are due by the end of June, and the public survey that I discussed is still open until July 31st, and we'd ask you, if you have not taken that survey, that you do take the time. And that's the public safety report. If
Thank
there's
you,
any
Chief.
questions?
Quick question, Jim.
Yes, sir.
Are we getting any requests from our adjoining neighbors throughout Allegheny County for our blueprint on the new program?
Oops, sorry, I'm still on. Actually, we have. We've had, actually, just on our neighbors, we've had some neighbors from the middle of the state, because, social media is such a powerful tool.
Yeah.
We're getting more and more requests. Can we have a model? What have you done? To the point that made it all the way to Lewistown, to the State Fire Commissioner's office, where he saw and he's learned about our program. He wants to know more. So we are getting requests. And I know my department, we have had 2 people who are joining. They're interested in becoming an active member so they can take part in the stipend program. Logan's Ferry took 2 in, and they were individuals that came in, and they're a benefit because they don't want to fight fire anymore, but they're still certified drivers. So they have pump operations, they have the emergency vehicle training operations, they have everything they need, but their days of wearing an air pack are over. But they want to be a participant in this program, and sometimes during the days that we're short-staffed, we're short a driver, and these gentlemen are filling in, which has been very beneficial to the stipend program.
Well, tell, on behalf of all of us, I know I can speak for everyone up there, express our gratitude to all of our fire companies.
Oh, I will. I mean, we worked hard on this. It started as a general conversation last July, and it's become a reality. So we're pleased what's occurred for the citizens of Plum.
Thanks, Jim.
Yep.
Thanks, Chief. You have anything else, Mr. Purcell?
Yes, I do. Brian Maloney isn't here tonight, so I will fill in for the operations report of our EMS unit. Total responses from our EMS unit for the month of April was 268. Total patients transported, 158. That was the 2nd most ever for the month of April. Responses to other communities for mutual aid was 12. 7 of these responses resulted in transport to the hospital. Total mutual aid received into Plum was 12. Out of all the requests for EMS in the borough, Plum EMS handled 95.5% of these incidents. Plum EMS News, along with running emergency calls in the community, Plum EMS conducted a presentation for the National Governors Association regarding the Plum EMS Harm Reduction Program and our efforts to help substance use disorder patients. They also participated in the Sampson Family YMCA Healthy Kids Day. They conducted 3 CPR training sessions, provided 3 car seat safety checks, and provided 1 free crib to a family in need. They also provided a presentation for the Holy Family Parish Safety Committee about use and administration of naloxone. Participated also in the Plum Boro Chamber of Commerce Touch a Truck event with one of our ambulances, a special operations truck, and an e-bike. And that concludes their report, and what a great job. And we're fortunate to have such great people between Plum EMS and our volunteer fire departments. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Okay, Mr. McJernick, Planning Commission.
Thank you, Mr. Dern. The Planning and Economic Development Report. The Planning Commission met in April and tabled 2 applications due to too many outstanding items not addressed. The Zoning Hearing Board did not meet in April. Staff engaged in a variety of activities, including addressing resident concerns about Keystone bills, holding meetings on land development, stormwater projects, codification, conducting inspections, assessing storm damage, and participating in safety outreach and emergency preparedness training. That concludes the report.
Thank you, Mr. McJernick. Mr. Taylor, Parks and Rec.
Thank you, Mr. President. Repairs and maintenance were done at the PBSA fields in Plum Creek Park, including painting dugouts, fixing lighting, and inspecting playgrounds. Fields 3's screen was removed due to storm damage, and Field 5's concession water has been turned on. Pavilions at Plum Creek Park are available for rent through October. Routine maintenance and repairs were completed at Larry Mills Park, including swing replacements, seesaw repairs, bocce court preparation, landscaping, and mowing. The pavilion is available for rent with 2 rentals in April. Routine inspections and maintenance were also completed at Logan's Ferry and Renton Parks in April with no safety issues found. Renton's Pavilion had 1 rental, and the ball field is in use 5 days a week, but remains available on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Borough Haps. Borough Cleanup Day took place on April 19th. The borough had 265 volunteers, which was the largest group to participate so far. They collected 301 bags of trash, 48 tires, mattresses, signs, carpet remnants, and also assorted building materials. And don't forget about walking and wagging on May 17th. Register at plumboro.com. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Mr. Prokopik, please, with the engineer's report.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll touch on a few things. Over this past month, we've been involved with multiple reviews. One thing to note regarding housing developments, the Parkside Estates Phase 2, they are planning on doing the final wearing course of paving within the next month. They will post it on the street before they do that, just so the residents are aware. The Barnes Road slab repair project is scheduled to start now May 19th. They originally wanted to start today, but got delayed due to the storms and the weather. Yeah, like Mr. Purcell said, the road will be closed. The residents will have access at all times, and this will repair the slide that has been ongoing for years now. So the Abers Creek Culvert project, the contractor is going to be coming back May 19th as well to begin the paving operations to restore Abers Creek and Holiday Park Road in that intersection. They are going to move on to the Ohio Powell area to repave that, and then on to Sardis Road after that, so to restore all the roads within the borough. The Center Beach project, we're assisting the borough with an additional grant application for additional funding for that. We do have a bid opening date set for the O Block Pond project. We will receive bids on June 17th at the Turtle Creek Valley COG for that project. We have some grant funding associated with that project. Other than that, we've been working with Allegheny County Conservation District on another grant that they already have in place for engineering for a new stormwater project right off of Trestle Road on the Boys Park property. And we are working with them to try to help the residents of Trestle Road from potential flooding issues. So those are the highlights.
Thank you, sir. Junior councilperson report.
Thank you, Mr. Dern. This month, the high school held an academic award night where both scholarships and honors awards were given. The baseball and softball teams both made playoffs, as well as track and field, making it to many different Whitfield invitationals. The junior and senior prom was hosted at the William Penn Hotel last Friday and is the last school event until graduation, which Adam will tell you how many days until. And while I have the microphone, I would also like to thank every member of the Plum Council as well as the Plum Boro staff for making my time as a junior council person the best experience I could have had. Every single person made me feel extremely welcomed and like a true part of council. I especially enjoyed my meetings before the council meetings, where I got to individually know each member. I'm incredibly thankful that I was chosen for this position. Thank you all again, and I'll see you all when I run for council one day.
This past weekend, the Plum Robotics team went to nationals, and one of the two teams placed top 8 in the country. I was in attendance to support my brother, and it was great to see all the sportsmanship and teamwork by all the teams there. In the music department, the band and orchestra had their concerts this past month, and they performed very, very well. AP tests have been going on since last week, and they'll continue through this week, so I wish them good luck on those tests. And like Mercy said, graduation is in 16 days, and seniors only have 6 days of school left. I'd like to thank everyone that has helped me and guided me as a junior council member. Being able to have good conversations about your roles in politics and how the local government operates has definitely helped me get to where I am today. I'm sad it's ending, but I enjoyed every moment I had with all of you. Thank you.
I can speak for everyone up here. It's been a pleasure having you both here. And now that you've put it out on the table, I expect you to come back and run for a seat. We'll be here. Maybe not sitting up here, but we'll be here. Well, you may not be. You're old. He's old. Yeah, he's old, so don't worry about him. All right. Good luck with everything you guys do, and it's been a pleasure, like I said, having you here. So thank you both very much, and happy graduation. Okay, last but not least, we move to citizens' comments on non-agenda items. Anybody in the audience wish to speak? Okay, adjournment. I need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion and a second.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Motion carries. We are adjourned.
So, how's your dad? What's going on?